Creed, there's a story here. There's a big story here, isn't there?
You mean like an addiction?
What?
An addiction?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, so this is Creed. And he's got quite a story. Isn't that your name?
My name.
Creed story. That's only part of the story, though. The other part of the story is I'm having total deja vu because I had to do this really tricky back-end maneuver here just a few months ago, it seems like. Yeah, because it was virus day 1, I believe.
Pretty much.
We were talking about it.
Day 0.
And then I had even more deja vu when Creed's like, watch out for my arbor when you get off your avocados. And I was like, yeah, this is deja vu. But so Creed just can't stop ordering avocado trees from me. This time, I'm going to find out what his strategy here is. I think it's like a hoarding thing. You trying to get him before everybody else?
No, I'm trying to establish a nice Northern California orchard, a little local orchard.
Awesome. So here is
Supply
the
to
beautiful.
neighbors and friends.
I know. Yeah. You're gonna be
popular guy in the block.
You're gonna be chubby like me. I'm gonna take before and after pictures of my clients.
Okay.
He looks pretty good now. Wait till he has all these avocados. Yeah. So he got himself a reed here, and what's our name?
Julius.
Julius, come here. Julius, come here. Julius, come here. That's a Bengal tiger cat thing. And come on, Julius. Julius, come here. Come on, Julius. It's time to be famous. That's a pretty good meow. Look at the coloration. Not to detract from the avocados or the beautiful foliage of the reed, but you are gorgeous. You're a beautiful kitten. Look at his feet. Oh, you're so pretty. There's another cat I wanted to take home. I might take you home. Yeah, you're my style. We could have fun together. You could ride with me in the van all over California. Help me pick out exotic plants for everybody. Because you look exotic.
Feed him squirrels and rabbits.
So that's just part of the Creed story. So he's got himself a reed. He's got himself, the best avocado that everybody wants. This is going to piss everybody off, actually. Should I even tell him?
I don't know.
We get very few N for Nabal. Look at my Nabal video. You're going to want one of these trees. Creed got 2 of them. And the reason that you're not going to be able to get one is because of Creed. He took them both. But he already has one. Mm-hmm. That's hoarding.
I know.
That's hoarding.
I know. But like I said, it's to share.
Okay, it's to share. And then you got another reed. So basically, reed is the son or daughter, no matter how you look at it, of Nabal. So this is Papa Bear. That's Baby Bear. They're pretty similar. Now this one here is really interesting. Look, it's a late bloomer too. That means it's more of the tropical style, like reed and I'm getting reed, Creed, and Nabal mixed up here. Reed and Nabal are both tropical. They bloom a little bit later. And this one here is a variety called Ismail Cuba. And so this one I got kind of a long story, but this is the only one like this. I don't see that it said any fruit, but anyway, yeah, we're gonna paint this one really good look at all the buds are coming out. It's gonna explode. But anyway, but this is not all he has. This is only the second round. Let's go look at the first round. You wanna come with us? It's gonna be fun. Come on, here we go. It's gonna be fun. Come on. All right, now this is an absolute storybook situation here. I love the little greenhouse down there next to the creek. I guess it's not really, it's only a creek when it starts pouring rain, but it looks like a beautiful creek. So tell me about your whole situation here with this incredible view.
We got what used to be a bare hillside that's no longer bare, no longer barren. Now it is fruited and fertile.
And it looks like you had a big old giant acacia tree there.
I did.
As evidenced by that massive stump that's trying to sprout back.
And now it's going to be a climbing
platform
to pick avocados.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Right? Isn't
That's
that
in the perfect location.
Yeah.
So let's go around. And what's his name again?
Julius.
Julius. You know your name too, huh? Hi, Julius. Let's go. We're gonna go check out avocados. Come on. All right, Creed. Let's see what you got here. I can't remember what you bought last time.
So this is a reed,
That's our reed right there.
which needs more leaves. So
And
it's got a bunch of fruit all over it. So what would you recommend there? I'm expecting all that fruit to drop off.
you're gonna have a lot of natural drop-offs. So what you want to do here is you want to see what drops off and what doesn't. It looks to me like at this stage you have so much that you should have some of it stay. And I can see it's dropping off as we speak. But you want to keep, the other thing, my theory is to keep the trees evenly moist during this period. Because I think if it gets really hot and they're setting these little fruit, it can dry out and boom, they can just drop off. But I'm pretty sure you're going to get something here that's going to stick. So that will be really, really cool. Oh my gosh. Did I tell you that the ball has the most beautiful leaf ever? So Creed did a really good job, not to get off subject, of painting his tree. What was your method that you used for that one, Creed?
Paintbrush.
Just a paintbrush.
It's paintbrush.
Just old-fashioned paintbrush.
It takes longer than you think.
I know. I went and got a little spray bottle. I mixed it up really, really diluted, and that seems to work pretty well. But it also can clog the
it's
sprayer.
like a labor of love, though.
Yeah, it is.
To explore all the branches of the tree and
Right.
really get to know it.
And
It does take a while.
it does look like we do have what might be becoming some fruit on the nabal. Oh, here's a solid one here. This one's going to hang on for sure. When they're younger, it's hard to say. Sometimes they fruit, sometimes they don't. Eventually, they all fruit. Can we focus on that? Is that possible? Right there? Oh, I don't know. It's hard to shoot a video when you can't focus yourself because your eyes are so old. Can I guess? Is that a fuerte?
Bacon.
That's a bacon. That's why it's so dark green and vigorous. Bacon has this interesting sort of texture to the leaf. It's not flat. When it comes out new, you see all the ruffles in it. That's a sign of a bacon. And of course, when it hardens up, it does get more flat. And it's a really dark green leaf. And of course, it's really vigorous.
Big leaves, too. Look at these.
Yeah, big leaves. Yeah, and and some of these, the bacon, a lot of the Mexican race avocados like this one with the thin skin, the dried up foliage. You know about this? Here, grab a handful of that and smell it. Yeah. Crush it up.
Anise smell?
Yeah, anise smell. And you can cook with that. There are recipes in Mexico for that, and even here, but mainly from Mexico. Look at the fruit set that you got on the bacon.
Yeah.
So when did we get these trees?
Oh, beginning of March?
So now it's 3 months later, and look at the growth on that. Wow, this is a happy plant here. So are any of them stressing?
The Mexicola Grande
Oh, look at that. You're right.
was having a hard time. A little bit.
So this is really cool. Up here, you've got this sloped garden. You use your rock to retain soil because this is obviously a wonderful drainage situation. So this should be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, he just needs to leaf out more.
Yeah,
I remember the Mexicolas, they were growing a little bit of partial shade, so that's why they're a little bit more open. That's probably why it's shocking a little bit.
Okay.
Where everything else is out in full sun.
Yeah.
This is way bigger than when we sold it to you. Wait, that's not.
These two guys?
Those are not from us.
Yeah.
They are?
Yeah. So these guys took off. And the reason I know is because I painted them right away. And then I had to repaint them because they grew at least like a foot on like straight up and out.
Wow. That's like, I know. We definitely didn't have a tree that big this season. In fact, I don't think we've had a tree that big ever for sale.
I would say at least 2 feet in the last 3 months.
2 feet in 3 months. So it's like we have a fairly good success story. Now, which one is this?
So this is the surprise. It got a couple fruit. It didn't really flower much, but it still had a couple fruit that then dropped off.
Yeah, well, maybe because it didn't set any fruit. It's like, I'm growing.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think.
Yeah. You do have it's good and bad. You have afternoon shade coming from these bay trees, which means there's less need to sun protect. But also it means that there's, the flowering and the fruiting is a little bit more compromised, but it should still do fine in here. So, and then what do we have for the next big boy?
That's a Fuerte.
That's a Fuerte. I can tell by the leaf
Let's see,
there.
I think it's got a fruit on it.
Yeah.
Hanging on. Where'd it go?
So I'll tell you a story I told Creed about my Fuerte. My Fuerte didn't fruit at all for like 7 years. And then one day, and I kind of abusively grew it, which is probably my fault. But one day it suddenly just absolutely exploded with more avocados on it than I've ever seen a tree hold. And
It's like we lost the fruit.
oh no, that's too bad. Well, this is why you want to plant lots of different trees. I know this one up here is fruiting. Which one is this?
That's a lamb.
This is a lamb Haas.
The lamb is going crazy.
So the lamb is kind of known for fruiting early when it's in its life and fruiting a lot. Like all these other trees need to be more mature. The lamb seems to fruit heavily even when it's just a little tiny 3/4 inch caliper tree. And so you've got, a lot of fruit. And it looks to me like this fruit is past the stage of wanting to fall off.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have to thin out like 30, 40 fruit.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then what's this one up here?
That's a Haas.
That's a Haas. Any fruit on the Haas?
It had one up on the top that fell off.
My experience with Haas at my house is that, well, I abusively grew it. And
Yeah, that guy was neglected and then came back. And actually, so she, I didn't ever paint it. And that's been here for like 4 years, 5 years, maybe 3 years.
okay.
And then I painted it a couple months ago, and it's like twice as big now. Since
Yeah.
painting it.
The painting, I think, is probably one of the most important things. The painting and the drainage on these trees. Well, and, adequate moisture, but the painting, don't underestimate the painting.
Foliage.
The painting is so important with these plants because I had a tree too that was like, looked like it was about to die. My reed in my parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I painted it and really well, just like you painted these. And then it just immediately exploded out of that. So, all right. Well, I think we've covered it all. You think that your avocado fetish has played itself out yet? Or are you going to be calling me every 3 months and telling me to keep coming down here with more stuff?
We'll see. We'll see.
You're going to become a popular guy.
Yeah.
Popular guy.
My wife disowns me.
That's right. Well, at least, you have a beautiful cat. What? Did I say something?
He's just being coy.
What did I say? Oh, well.